This week, the Oscars go vegan, KFC trials more vegan chicken, and Sussex passes an historic fishing ban for the planet. All this and more on Live Kindly's weekly vegan news. If you're new to our channel, you can subscribe by hitting the leaf icon in the bottom right corner of the video. Click the bell icon to turn on notifications, and please be sure to like and comment below. KFC is now trialing vegan fried chicken in more than 70 locations in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Nashville, Tennessee. Last August, the fast food giant teamed up with California-based vegan meat brand Beyond Meat to create Beyond Fried Chicken. It was trialed for one day in Atlanta and sold out in less than 5 hours.
It's the future. I think the future is going to be plant-based.
The test success prompted KFC and Beyond Meat to improve the recipe. According to a press release, the texture now mimics the whole muscle chicken. Ethan Brown, CEO and founder of Beyond Meat, said the new recipe tastes and pulls apart like a chicken breast. The iconic flavor of Kentucky Fried Chicken is one that has never been replicated, despite many imitations until now, said Andrea Zahumensky, Chief Marketing Officer of KFC US. Customers can order Beyond Fried Chicken with dipping sauce, or tossed in honey barbecue, buffalo, or Nashville hot sauce. Options include 4 to 12 piece a la carte and combos.
It looks like scrumptious chicken and tastes like scrumptious chicken, but it's not chicken, it's made of plants.
If successful, KFC hopes to launch the product nationwide. Coming up, Sussex passes an historic fishing ban. The Swiss public will vote on a proposed constitutional amendment that guarantees better welfare for factory-farmed animals. The amendment will be drafted by the government, according to the Federal Food Safety and Veterinary Office. The government in principle welcomes the aims of the initiative and wants to set the criteria for animal-friendly accommodation, regular access to outside areas, and appropriate conditions for the slaughter, says a statement from the office. The news follows a proposal by animal rights groups, which called for a ban on factory farming. It also includes restrictions on animal product imports. The No Factory Farming in Switzerland initiative launched in June 2018. It would have put an end to intensive farming by amending Article 80A of the federal constitution. Animal rights campaigners gathered more than 100,000 signatures in support of the initiative. But the government says that a ban is too radical. The Federal Council recommends that the popular initiative, No Factory Farming in Switzerland, be rejected, says the statement. The inclusion of private organic standards in the Constitution and the extension to imports go too far. Silvano Liger, co-director of Sentience Politics, tells Live Kindly, the fact that we were able to submit this initiative so quickly shows how much people in Switzerland care about animals. The majority of them are unaware of the significant amount of individuals that are still being raised in unbearable conditions. Factory farming is unacceptable, and we should use the power of direct democracy to also make it illegal. Sussex is now the first UK council to ban fishing to mitigate climate change. The new bylaw prohibits trawling, a fishing method that involves pulling a fishing net through the water behind 2 or more boats. The first of its kind ban will preserve a 304 square kilometer section of the Sussex coast from fishing. Campaigners say that the ban will give the Sussex kelp forest time to regenerate. When healthy, underwater forests are able to absorb large amounts of carbon. Healthy kelp forests can meaningfully mitigate some of the impacts of climate change. In recent years, the Sussex kelp forest has been severely damaged by modern fishing practices. Trawling and other varieties of unselective fishing cause overfishing and damage to the seafloor and kelp. The Rewilding Project and the Sussex Fishing Ban aim to promote regrowth. Sarah Ward, the Living Seas officer at Sussex Wildlife Trust, told The Telegraph that kelp forests can absorb and lock up carbon just as effectively as woodland, if not more so, and we're able to create this habitat on a scale that simply couldn't be replicated on land. This will be a huge step forward in addressing the escalating climate crisis. The 92nd Academy Awards are the latest awards event to go vegan, while the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences doesn't serve dinner at the Oscars ceremony. It made the nominees' luncheon plant-based. The Academy is an organization of storytellers from around the world, and we owe our global membership a commitment to supporting the planet, the organization said in a statement. For the past decade, the Academy has been committed to reducing its carbon footprint. For the past 7 years, the Oscars show has had a zero carbon imprint. We continue to expand our sustainability plan with the ultimate goal of becoming carbon neutral. The move comes after the Golden Globes, the Screen Actors Guild Awards, and the Critics' Choice Awards all made their events plant-based.
It's a very bold move making tonight plant-based, and it really sends a powerful message.
The Governor's Ball, which immediately follows the Oscars ceremony, will serve a 70% vegan menu. France will ban the controversial commonplace practice of culling male chicks by live shredding them. French Minister of Agriculture Didier Guillaume announced the ban in Paris. He told reporters, "From the end of 2021, nothing will be like it was before." Every year, the egg industry culls approximately 7 billion male chicks. The industry considers male chicks worthless, as they don't produce eggs or commercially popular meat. Live shredding and death by CO2 gas are typical. Electrocution and suffocation are also common. Switzerland has already banned the practice of live shredding male chicks, while in Germany, shredding will continue until an alternative, one that is suitable for intensive farming practices, is found. Guillaume said he hopes farmers will soon be able to determine the sex of chicken embryos before they are hatched. Coming up, vegan Beyond Burgers arrive at Denny's. The World Health Organization has declared the coronavirus a global health emergency.
In the last 24 hours, we had the most cases in a single day since the outbreak started.
Experts say that meat from wildlife markets may be the origin of the 2019 novel coronavirus.
Cases have now been reported in 25 countries, but the epicenter remains in China,
which has spread from the city of Wuhan, China. Chinese authorities placed a temporary ban on the wild animal trade to prevent the spread of the infection. The ban will remain until the epidemic situation is lifted nationwide. The government announcement follows the accelerated spread of the coronavirus, which has infected close to 30,000 people. Experts believe that coronavirus is linked to wildlife markets, such as the Huanan Seafood Wholesale Market, now at the center of the Wuhan epidemic. Da Zong, a domestic and wild animal shop within the market, has an inventory list consisting of bamboo rats, live wolf pups, golden cicadas, squirrels, foxes, civets, hedgehogs, salamanders, and crocodiles. A group of researchers from the country's top universities have called upon the government to crack down on such markets. The group said in an open letter posted on Weibo that loopholes in China's legal wildlife trade increases the risk of an outbreak. This is the hidden danger for the trade and consumption of wild animals, they wrote. Brits must cut their beef, lamb, and dairy consumption by 20%, according to a new environmental report. The Committee on Climate Change, which advises the UK government, recommends a number of measures to reduce the country's greenhouse gas emissions. It proposes increasing the UK's forestry cover from 13% to at least 17% by 2050. The report also proposes restoring half of upland carbon-absorbing peat bogs. It notes that reducing beef, lamb, and dairy consumption by 20%, as well as food waste by 20%, will save 7 million tons of CO2. Reducing meat consumption will also free up land previously used for cattle and sheep, for energy crops. The Committee on Climate Change wants to expand crops grown to be burned for energy to around 23,000 hectares every year. Sustain, an alliance for better food and farming, has criticized this plan. The emphasis on more monoculture energy crops to feed power plants is dangerous, said Vicky Hurd, the Sustainable Farming Coordinator for Sustain. She added that a blinkered approach could damage biodiversity, ecosystems, and food security. There is also a risk of offshoring our food-related ecological footprint and emissions if we have to import more food, she noted. Beyond Burgers are now available in more than 1,700 Denny's restaurants across the US and Canada. The Beyond Burger is the first vegan meat option in the diner-style American restaurant chain. The bleeding patty is available nationwide after a successful launch in select Los Angeles locations. According to a press release, Denny's is the first full-service family dining chain to partner with the brand. That's it for today. What do you think about KFC's vegan chicken? Let us know in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We'll see you again next week for Live Kindly's weekly vegan news.